All right. Ramadan Mubarak to all.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry about the time of the meeting. I know it's not a very good time for you to have to be awake before some of you start cooking. But thank you for coming. I don't know if everyone saw Dr. Hamza's message about having COVID, but hopefully we can all keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Let's see. I think we still have some people joining the meeting. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to begin. Actually, hold on, let me share my screen before I forget what we're doing. Usually I try to contain what we're focusing on to one weekend, but I think last weekend's discussion of online assessment has a lot of ideas to offer across all aspects of language teaching or teaching in general, because when we think about formative assessment, right, that's really just doing activities and monitoring your students as they do them. So we're going to continue focusing on that today. But we're going to first hear from Hadi, and then we're going to focus on you using these tools yourselves. So we're really going to have kind of a workshop rather than a lecture for most of today. So we're going to choose a volunteer assistant. We're going to listen to Hadi's presentation on proctoring. If we have time, we're going to take a quick poll using Kahoot, and then you're going to engage in some independent work. You're either going to create your own Kahoot or your own proctored quiz, and I would love for you to select whichever one you feel less comfortable with, because next week will be our last week together. So it's really important, at least in my opinion, that everyone share resources to become confident at researching online digital approaches independently as we go forward. So I'm going to stop sharing the agenda. And without further ado, Mr. Hadi Haji, is that how you say your last name?
Yeah, Haji.
Are you a Mr. or a doctor?
No, Mr.
Okay, Mr. Haji has very conscientiously not only prepared what he would like to share with you, but also recorded it in case we have any internet connectivity issues. So I'm going to post later on, if it's okay with you, Hadi, not only the recording of this, but also your recordings.
Yeah.
Yes?
It's okay. I have recorded them for the other teachers as well, so they can see it.
Perfect. All right. Let me make you a co-host. Sorry. One moment. Okay. So can you share your screen now, Hadi? Do you have that capability? I think you should.
Let me see. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Just before, shall I start? So it's okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a brief overview, as the other participants, as the other dear teachers know, that in Ramadan on Fridays we don't go out. If we compare this to the other Fridays, that's why today I expected to have a kind of load on our internet connection. And usually the internet connection in the region, and even I believe in the overall in Iraq, is not in that good condition. So just in case, I have recorded, by the way, I was like recording, then the internet was disconnecting. So the recording is consisting of 3 parts. Later on for the others, they can have a look at the recordings. The things that I'm going to talk about today are also recorded in the links that I believe Dr. Catherine Nickon is going to share them on Google Classroom. So let me start by sharing my screen. Yeah. Today, we'll talk about the add-ons that we may use in either teaching or in research writing process, because there are some add-ons that we can attach to Google Forms that we can get benefit from them whenever we plan to do a research. So let me just open my slides, because I have written some slides in order just to keep in track what I'm going to talk about. And let me open my Google Forms. Forms.google.com. Yeah. What I believe that the screen is shared. What is important in Google Form add-ons is that before you start opening your Google Forms, or before you start to plan to have or attach an add-on on your Google Forms, try to sign out of all your other Google accounts or all your other personal accounts. So as you see, I have signed out of my other accounts. So I only sign in one Google account in that browser. Otherwise, later on, the things will get messed up. Whenever you plan to attach an add-on to the Google Form, you will not see the settings. You will not see the configuration. And when you share the link with the participants will face the same problem. So later on, whenever you plan to share the link, the Google Form link, with the participants, with the students, with your friends, try to have a message and write to them that please sign out of all your other accounts. Just sign in with the accounts that you use for your educational purposes. So this is the presentation and the Google Form. Let me just open the forms as well. Yeah, okay. First of all, I want to talk about some facts regarding Google Form add-ons, which starts by the pricing problem. Usually, these are built for a purpose, and commercial purposes are within these kind of purposes behind creating add-ons. First, they give you some free amount of let's say attempts. Later on, when you believe that it is a very interesting add-on, they will require you to buy that add-on or purchase it. So pricing and purchasing is a problem that I believe the majority of the other teachers or universities out there, Europe and or in America, they don't face this problem. But for us in Kurdistan region and in Iraq, we may face this problem because our universities, they don't provide us with the rights to purchase, or they don't purchase these add-ons or the programs that we may use in educational purposes. So pricing and purchasing is one of the facts and one of the problems that we have regarding add-ons. The most useful and effective add-ons are paid, and you have to purchase them. The other problem is related to digital literacy. As part of the other literacies that we face, digital literacy is, I believe, the 21st concern for the teachers and for the students, because we have all of us, we have the technology, all of us, we have the smartphones, the computers, the internet connection at home, but regarding some kind of these literacies, we lack these literacies. So the majority of our teachers, even my friends at my college or at my university, they don't know about these very useful add-ons. And even when later on they use it, the second problem is the students' digital literacy. The students sometimes, because when you attach an add-on to a Google Form, I don't know whether there was a message that the internet connection was not stable. So do you hear me?
Yes, we can still hear and see you.
Yeah. So our students' digital literacy is again another concern in whenever we use an add-on, because whenever you attach an add-on, the link will be different from the link of a single or of a Google Form alone. So later on, sometimes I have used add-ons to my students. There were 2 attempts for submissions, one submission for the Google Form, one submission for the add-on. The student only submitted the Google Form without submission the add-on. Later on, I didn't receive my students' form or my students' response. When I checked the students, they said that, okay, we only submitted. And I said that, well, you had to submit the add-on again. So this is again another problem which is related to students' literacy. Another fact regarding stability is that by the way, I have used these add-ons long ago, even before the spread of COVID-19. At that time, I don't know whether any one of us were free add-ons, and they were providing like very useful. Yeah, sorry.
I think your internet connection went out for just a second, but now we can hear you.
Yeah.
So would you mind repeating what you just said about?
Yes, stability. I was talking about stability, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so stability means these add-ons are not stable for a long time. Previously, even by the way, I have used these add-ons long ago, even within or before the pandemic was out, before the COVID-19 pandemic. So at that time, these add-ons, they provided nice features, free features. But now, when later on with the spread of COVID-19, when teachers, when universities, institutions, students, they all use these kind of facilities, GSUD services. Nowadays, it is a kind of business. So they made use of this business to be a kind of popular business. Nowadays, they don't give you all these for free. But believe me, previously, the majority of these features, they were free because like a very few number of people or educators used this because they didn't they were not in urge to use them. Another point regarding stability is that sometimes even it is related to moments, as I have recorded in the video. Sometimes this minute when I want to attach the add-on to the Google form, it does not work. Just by refreshing the website again, or like your web page or the Google form page once or twice, later on the Google form add-on is going to work. So they are not stable. Sometimes they require to have VPNs. I don't know whether the others know what does VPN mean. VPNs installed on the computers or on your cell phones, because these add-ons are not Google generated. It is true that it is there on Google Play products as a kind of Google marketing, but they are developed by developers. So Google itself does not own these add-ons. Sometimes when, for example, I have used a kind of add-on, later on when I wanted to apply this add-on on my students, it was saying that this add-on is not working on that IP address, which means not in Iraq. So I had to install a VPN. Later on, when I installed the VPN, it required me that even the participants must use the VPN, which is a very difficult thing for the students to install a VPN on their smartphones, and to run that VPN later on to open the Google form and respond to the form. This is all related to the facts that we have to be aware regarding add-ons. But overall, they are very interesting. They are very nice features that you can attach to Google Forms. We will start with form limiter as the first one. I have listed a number of the add-ons that we can use either for teaching or for research purposes later on. So first of all, you will open. You will go to your Google Form account, which is part of GSUD service. This one down. This is my Google Form account, and let us open this one. This is a quiz that I have used for ELT methods. Yeah. If you haven't used add-ons previously, you don't have that icon here. It will be missing. Okay. So first of all, you go to these three dot button up to the right. When you click on that, you have add-ons down before the end. So you see that one, right? Okay. Click on that add-on. It will redirect you to part of Google Marketplace, in which you can write down the name of the add-ons. For example, the first one was form limiter. Form limiter. If you see the first one, we have form limiter. These are the results. The first one is the one that I have, for example, installed. Here we have a tick sign that tells me that you have installed this form limiter previously. Sometimes you may try add-ons, but after you have tried that add-on, you may want to uninstall that add-on because it is not useful, for example, or it is a paid add-on. So here, again, you have 3 dots button. You just click on that and you can uninstall that add-on from your Google form page. So I have used this one. Let's just go back to, if you don't use this one, you can just click on install. It's a very easy step and it will be installed on your Google form. Later on, you will come to that button here on your Google form. Click on that and you will see form limiter, for example. I have used other add-ons. So you will click on form limiter. This is the problem that I was talking about. Here, you can only see help button. Whenever, this is not stable, by the way, the form limiter as an add-on. And I believe in the recording, I have faced this problem as well. So I had to, for example, sign out of my account again and sign in again, sign out of all the other accounts that I use in the other browsers. At that time, I can see the settings, but now I don't see the settings, and even you don't see the settings. So if you just refresh this page and see whether we can have the settings now or not. Form limiter. See, now we have set limit, if you see. This is the problem that, for example, I talked about. They are not stable. So sometimes don't get disappointed that you say, well, this add-on is not working. Just try to refresh once or twice. Later on, you can see the settings. This form limiter add-on allows you to set the starting point of the tests and the ending point of the tests. It does not allow you to, for example, set, for example, the students must respond that test in 10 minutes, in 20 minutes. It only allows you to set the duration, the starting point, and the ending point, which means whenever you use this add-on, you have to tell your students that, for example, tonight at 8 p.m., please, all of you be online. Please, all of you be ready to have the link to be answered in 1 hour, and later on it will be expired. So this is not a very interesting add-on, but it can be helpful in some other ways. So if you want to select the date and time, here you have the date, for example, today, and the time as well, the starting time. You can, for example, put it on, let's say, 8 p.m. This is one. Yes. Okay, I don't see the other buttons. Let me just that. Yes, set. You click on set. Now it is set. Later on, there is another option that whenever you tick this one, you will get an email, a notification that a student responded to that questionnaire or to that Google form. Another interesting point in that add-on, which I really like, is that the number of responses. I usually use this for my research purposes. For example, when I want to conduct a research, because all of us, we do research like projects, for example, I want only 50 responses. So I tell the Google form limiter that if you reach the number 50, you can stop accepting the responses automatically. This is very interesting because otherwise you will have to for example, visit the Google form every now and then and see whether you have reached the number 50 or not. But if you click on this one, whenever you reach the participants, 50 participants, it will automatically disable accepting responses, enable accepting responses. This is one. Regarding the first add-on that I wanted to share with you guys. The second one, if it is clear, we will move on to the second add-on. Do we have to take the questions now or later on, dear Kathleen?
Let's wait until the end and then take the questions.
Okay. The second add-on is called Quill Go Add-On, which, by the way, the majority of the add-ons, they have their own website, a kind of website that you can create your account and have the settings set there, not on Google Forms. But Form Limiter is the one that it only allows you to have the setting inside the Google Form, not on a separate website. So if you just copy this one and paste it here. Sorry. Let me see. Let me open it on a different browser. Yes. Okay. The second add-on, whenever you search for that add-on, you don't write down Quill Go Add-On. It is related to timer and proctoring. Quill Go timer and proctoring. So if you write down here, even sometimes when you write down Quill Go, it appears. It depends. I have seen videos on YouTube that, for example, people from Europe, from America, when they write down, for example, timify.me, but when I write down timify.me, it does not appear on my IP address. So when, for example, you write down timify.me here, for example, it could be different for Kathleen, but for us, it does not appear. I don't know why. Just let's write down Quill Go. Quill Go, yeah, it appears. Quill Go timer and proctoring. Click on that. Again, since I have installed this one, if you haven't installed this previously, you can install it, and they are very easy steps. Yeah, let's move on to the add-on itself. Okay. This is the one, Quill Go timer and proctoring. See, we have no settings yet. Again, I believe we need to have a kind of refresh for that. See, we have configuration. It pops up down the right of your screen. The settings are not there, by the way. What you have to do is to enable Quill Go for this form. When you press enable, now we have add-on enabled on what? On this Google form. Later on, you will visit Quill Go website itself. quillgo.com, you can create your account using your personal account. And whenever you enter your account, by the way, it is free. You can create it for free. When I enter my account, it tells me that how many forms I have allowed Quill Go to access. For example, here to the left, I have ELT methods quiz. That I click on that, and it tells me that how many students, how many email addresses I have shared this form with them. So imagine that I will delete these previously shared testers. Okay, let me just delete them. Okay, I still have my own form, and I will create a test, a new form, a new test for my students. Here, though I believe it is not difficult, but for some teachers, it could be difficult if they don't have their email addresses for their students. Here, this add-on requires you to enter your students' email or copy and paste them. So if you don't have a list of your students' emails, I believe this form or this add-on will be difficult to use. For example, can someone give me an email address, or like just to write them down? So we will test it.
Yeah, maybe we could all write our emails in the chat, or a couple of us.
Yeah. Just write down your email addresses so that I can copy and paste some of them.
You've got mine in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Copy. This is one.
And then Nachirvan wrote his. I see Hosan's,
Yeah.
Maria. Oh, they're all coming now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that would be enough. Let's just copy Nachirvan as well. Okay. Thank you, my dear teachers. These are just for testers. Okay, let's see. You will enter your students' email addresses there and just scroll down, scroll down. This is a very nice feature that it lets your students to answer that form anytime that they want. It does not force your students to have a starting point and an ending point. Though you have an option here, but this option is for beta and for premium plans. So I will specify, for example, I believe this form needs, let's say, 40 minutes, okay? And I will take this one, auto close for me when the time is over, so that the students will appreciate the time limitation that you have. This is one. Later on, there are some other features that are not available for the free plans for Quill Go Add-On. See, these are for premium plans and they are not active because my plan is a free plan. When I created the account, it is a free. So I will create the form. And if you see, I have all the students here on email addresses and the information on their status. It says that they haven't started, not started, not started, which means they haven't started to answer the test. How do you, for example, copy the link? There is copy URL button, copy. See, I will copy this to, for example, Kathleen and send it back. Let's see how. But before you answer that, dear Dr. Kathleen, try to sign out of the other accounts if you have only one account.
Okay,
And
so would you like me to take the quiz?
Yeah, and can you share the screen again?
Sure.
So that the other participants can see how it appears.
Yes.
Let me stop sharing. I will stop sharing.
Okay. So here is my email.
I have sent it back through through a message in the Zoom.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me just sign out of the other. I have so many Google accounts open. Hold on. All right, those are closed. And now
Or even you can use a different browser that you have no other accounts signed in.
All right, got it. So now I am sharing my screen. Okay.
If you see, you have the time limitation at the top of the form, 39, then 10 seconds, 11 seconds, see?
Mm-hmm.
And you can answer, for example, the questions randomly, just fill them up to submit the form.
Yeah, I'm just selecting answers right now. Okay, so now would you like me to stop sharing, Heidi?
But I guess there's a problem. Once you submitted the answers, I got the same screen on my laptop.
Is that you, Nichirvan?
Yes, it was me, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, I was out of the meeting. I don't know, I just disconnected.
Oh, that's okay. I think we had a technical problem maybe. So
yes.
Okay, it's recording again. one thing that Hadi demonstrated, in addition to how to use the plugins, is how to gracefully handle technical issues that people often face when they are using the internet to teach. So that's a topic that I know several people have mentioned in their questions and comments and class discussions. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. Is all right, how are we going to teach online if we keep having internet problems? And Hadi showed some great strategies for that. So thank you for that as well. So I'm going to share my screen. And if you can all go to the Google Classroom, I will need you to do that to access our activities today. And at the top of the page, there's a sign-up sheet. So please take a moment to navigate to the classwork page and the April 16th and 17th topic.
Yeah, there isn't anything there.
All right, hold on. You're right. I think I forgot to add the link.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come back here. Whoops. That's the old group sign up sheet here. So share. Anyone with a link can edit, copy link, and then I am going to edit, add link, save. All right, now you should be able to open the link. So
It is there now.
Great. So there are 2 activities for you to do today. You're going to sign up for a group 1 or group 2. And I see there's a pink box here. That means someone is typing there. It's Nachirvan, I see, because he wrote his name. So if you see a box, don't type in the box that's colored, because that means somebody else is typing in the same place. So find somewhere without a box. I would like you to sign up to make something that you have not spent a lot of time doing before. So Nachirvan, do you feel really comfortable with Kahoot?
Yes, I do. I prepared one while we were on break, so I guess I will shift to the other group.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
Choose
understand.
something that's not comfortable for you.
All right. Okay.
So Hozan, do you feel comfortable with a Kahoot?
Actually, I didn't use any one of them, so it would be okay for me if I write my name under any one of them.
Perfect. So I think, yeah, we can keep you in Kahoot. That's great. Hamid, which
Yes.
you signed up for Google Form plugins. Have you used those before?
Yes.
Have you used Kahoot before?
No.
So I'm going to ask you to change to Kahoot, because that's one where you
Okay.
don't feel so comfortable.
Okay, thanks.
It is like the comfort zone, right?
Yeah, you're going to go to the one where you don't feel so comfortable. Let's see. Hero, have you used Kahoot before?
Yes, I use it.
So have you used Google Form Proctor before?
No.
So I'm going to ask you to change to Google Form Proctor, because that's where you don't feel so comfortable.
Okay.
Great. All right. Let's see. Jian.
Yes.
Have you used Google Form Proctors before?
No.
Okay, great. You're good then. Ahmed, have you used Google Form Proctors before?
Yes, I have used it before.
Have you used Kahoot before?
No, I mean, with Google Form, I already used it with the exam last time.
Okay. And have you used Kahoot before?
No, I don't have no idea about it.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to change to the Kahoot group. Because I want you in the group where you haven't used it so much. I know some people have used both of them, so you can choose whichever one you want to choose. If you've used both, just pick one. But I prefer that you choose the one where you're less comfortable. Wafa Shakir. Yes.
Yes, for me, I haven't used any of them.
Okay.
This
So-
put me in any of.
Yeah, so for today, it doesn't really matter to me which group you're in. I don't have a group activity planned. I just want to make sure that everybody is signed up for one that they want to learn about. So Wafa, you can choose which one is more interesting to you.
It's me. I am Ala. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Allah, you can choose which
Yeah.
one is more interesting to you. Which one would you like to try today? If you're having trouble writing in the sheet, you can let me know and I can write your name for you. I forgot to sign up for the volunteers, so sorry. I'm also looking at the WhatsApp. Okay. Wafa Shakir, have you used the plugin before?
Actually, I haven't used both.
And which one is more interesting to you?
The plugin.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
All right. Maria, have you used Kahoot before?
I haven't used any of them, so both are new.
Okay. Mohammed Saeed.
I didn't use Kahoot before, so
Great.
I chose there.
Great. Okay, I'm not going to continue going through each of them, but I don't think we have everybody signed up. So I see, I'm just going to go through who's here. Tana, were you able to sign up for a group?
Yes, I write my name on group 2.
Okay, I think you got deleted, so I'm going to write you back. Hozan?
Kathleen, if you don't mind, can you just sign my name in the plugin because I can't write on the sheet?
Yeah, who are you? Are you Hozan? Great. Okay.
No, wasn't me.
It wasn't you? Who? Sorry.
Someone else.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you cut out your audio. Who asked me to sign them up for group 2?
Wafa Al-Tamimi.
Oh, Wafa Al-Tamimi. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Maria's there twice. That's okay. Ban, which group would you like to join today?
As you like. It's okay.
Have you used Kahoot before?
No.
And have you used...
Neither Kahoot nor...
Okay.
No.
All right. So I guess it doesn't matter to me. I'll put you here since my cursor is here. I know Ines. Oh, great. Ines signed up.
Kathy, I think Hiam asked to write her name because she said I can write my name.
Thank you. Which group would she prefer? Which group would you prefer? Hiam.
I'm not Hiam, I'm Jian, but she wrote such message.
All right. Hiam, did she write it in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, which one, which group would...
Sorry, it's really noisy here, but if you don't mind, I want to be in group 2.
Okay. Are you Hayam?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, great. All right. So I think everyone who is here now has signed up. So there's 2 ways to access the instructions. So I just want to make sure you know both ways to access the instructions. First of all, if you come to the Google Classroom, you can find the sign up sheet here, right? But you can also find your group instructions here. Here are the instructions for group 1, And here are the instructions for group 2. The second way to find the instructions is to click on the link right at the top of the Google form. So we have 2 sets of instructions. In group 1, if you're making a Kahoot, there are 3 steps. You're going to create a Kahoot profile, then you're going to make a 3-question Kahoot, experiment with different question types, images, and even music. And then in step 3, you're going to save your Kahoot by clicking done, and then log out of Kahoot and log in again. Make sure you can find the Kahoot you just made and also how you can share it. So this is an overview of what I'm asking you to do. There is then a link to a video if you need some extra support. We looked at Kahoot together last week, but here's the video that you can watch if you need some extra support. And here is a detailed guide of how to create a Kahoot with some pictures. In group 2, you can use Hadi's suggestions if you want. So he talked about Quill Go and form limiter. And then what we looked at together last week was auto Proctor. And I just want to echo what Hadi said, which is auto Proctor is a paying site, but it will give you a free trial. And auto Proctor will allow you to do a little bit more than the other sites. The other ones mostly let you time. Auto Proctor will let you, as we saw last week, capture images of your students or even get notifications if they navigate, for instance, to their email or to any other tab up here. And so even though it's a paying site, I think it's a nice one to experiment with because it has so many different options. And one thing I just want to add about these paying sites is if it's a site that you use in conjunction with Google, one way to get around having to pay is to create multiple Google accounts. So I have several Google accounts that I use. And in that way, I don't have to pay for the paying sites, but it can get a little bit challenging to navigate them. In any case, so I suggest maybe today you stick with auto Proctor because that's the instructions that I have written out here, but you can use any, you can also use Quill Go or form limiter if you would like. So the steps, if you're going to use auto Proctor are 1, install auto Proctor, 2, create a 3-question, not Kahoot, auto Proctor, Google form, right? So you'll have to go to your Google Forms, create a 3-question form, and then you're going to, what did I do here? What did I do here? I think I accidentally copied the wrong text from my Microsoft Word doc. All right. Sorry about that. Let me fix this really quick. Step 3. Okay, so sorry about that. So in step 2, you're going to go to Google Forms, experiment with the different functions, which in auto Proctor is timing and proctoring. And in step 3, you save and exit your form, return to it, and see how to share it with students. On the second page, I have, well, up here I have video instructions and further resources. And then I have a detailed guide here, which can show you how to install Proctor with all of the links and pictures that you will need. So what is your task? Next week is our last class together. So I'm looking to scaffold you towards independence. I also know that internet connectivity is an issue, and the more, what's the word? The more websites that you have open, the more bandwidth that is not going to be available to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually exit our Zoom, and then I am going to give you 20 minutes. So at 3:30 Iraqi time, you're going to come back and report to the group any issues you had making your Kahoot or Proctor. But we're actually all going to exit the Zoom. I will remain in the Zoom, so it will stay open. And at, well, yeah, 3:30. Ala?
Yes, I have just returned back. There is a whole shutdown in the power.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Ala, did you sign up for a group?
No, not yet. I couldn't even manage to do it.
Okay, all right. So would you like to work in Kahoot, or would you like to work in the Google Form plugin?
Anyone will be okay for me. I need to know about them both. So wherever I can be, it's okay for me.
Okay. So I'm putting you in the Google Form plugin.
Okay.
So because we're having so much internet connectivity issue, I'm gonna, in just a second, have everybody disconnect from Zoom, and you're going to complete this activity alone, independently. And then at 3:30 Iraqi time, you're gonna come back to Zoom and we're going to debrief. I will remain in Zoom, so you can join again to ask questions. I will also be looking at the WhatsApp group, so you're welcome to join here as well, or if you have questions. I see some people texting, Kahoot is asking for a payment. Can anyone help? So hold on. When you go to Kahoot, so if you follow the directions that I wrote out, let me just briefly show you. If you're looking at my screen, when you go to Kahoot, okay, you're going to sign up, and you're going to sign up as a teacher. You're going to enter this info, and actually you don't have to pay, right? There's a paying option, but don't select the paying option, right? You don't want to spend money on this. So you're going to select in this instruction, right? Group 1, as a teacher, and then you're going to sign up with your email address. You're going to enter this information, which is your school, your workplace, your username, your email address, and create a password. And then you're going to click, I wish to receive information, offers, recommendations, and updates for Kahoot, or you don't want to. I never ask them to send me emails because I don't like to be bothered with emails. And after you create your account, you can make free Kahoots. The only problem is if you try to make some questions, it will ask you to pay. So I'm going to share my other screen where I have my Kahoot open. Oops. Yeah, all right. So when I log in, oh no, I'm having connectivity issues as well. In any case, if you select some question formats like well, I don't remember them off the top of my head, but you can make multiple choice and true false questions for free. And you can use the internet library that they provide to you for free. But if you try to make more, if you try to use some of the features, it will ask you to pay. So just be careful that you're like, don't pay for anything today, okay? Don't enter your credit card information. The goal of this is to see what you can do for free. So does anyone have any other questions before I send you off? All right, so you're going to go, you're going to log out of Zoom. I will stay here. If you need help, you can come back on, but it will be easier with the internet if you don't have Zoom open at the same time that you're trying to do this. So let's all, actually, hold on, we ran out of a little bit of time. So now I'm gonna ask you to come back at 3:40. 3:40 Iraqi time. I will see you back here on Zoom. Netravan has a question.
Kathleen, yes, I was watching some videos. Maybe I missed some of the information you were sharing. Each member of the group has to make a Google form, or it's as a group?
It's not as a group. The group sign up is just so it's very clear for you what you're doing. And then when we come back, we'll use the groups. But here you're working alone.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so you have until 3:40 Iraqi time. Don't forget to sign out of Zoom. So if you're still here, I strongly recommend signing out so that you have the bandwidth to do this without too many internet connectivity problems. Closing as many sites as possible is one nice way to try to prevent internet issues.
We have instructions. Number 2, you asked to create 3 questions Google form, experiment with the different functions. Okay, it's okay. Timing, what about timing? I think you said we have to go to the to the 3 dots, I think, something like this.
Yeah, so can you share your screen with me, Jian?
Actually, I don't have Zoom with this with my Mac. Just I'm with you with my phone, so I'm working on yes.
Okay, it might be challenging to do this on a phone, but basically, so let me share my screen with you. Did you install the plugin that?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so you installed the plugin. So I've never used that on a phone. I'm not sure how.
Sorry, I use the laptop, not the phone, to make the form. But I'm with you with on my phone with you with the Zoom. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you look at my forms, right? If you come up here, so you installed the plugin Auto Proctor, right? And if you come up here to this symbol and click Timer and Proctor, then click Settings. In the right, this window will open. And in the middle, you can experiment with time by coming to Timer. You can set a start date and start time, an end date and end time. And you can also, whoops, my screen is cut off for me. Okay. You can also select to auto close the test, right? Which would mean after 4 minutes, the test would close, for instance, or after 8 minutes, the test would close. And then if you come over here to Proctor, you can play with these settings. So this is going to track how the students are focused on the course. And this is something we talked about last weekend, but not so much today. If you have tab switching on, if your students navigate to a different tab, this program will tell you. If you have, and then you can turn it off by doing that. If you have the camera on, it will video record them while they take the test. If you have photos at random, it's gonna take pictures of them randomly while they're taking the test.
What about if, sorry, what about if someone else help them or her or him? Like, if, for example, if I'm doing my exam and ask someone else to prepare the answer for me, and I just automatically write down the without using the camera or any other tab.
So I'm sorry, can you give me the example again? What was
Like like if you ask me a question and without and I will answer you all your questions without using my laptop, by asking someone else opposed to me to prepare the answer for me. And this is another type of cheating.
So that would be the microphone, right? If you set the microphone, it will record anything that they say during the test. But so I don't know how this works on a phone. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Are you able to see the plugin icon?
Now?
Yeah, when you look at your Google form, you installed Proctor, right? So can you see that little icon?
Yeah, I will check, because it is I'm new to use this app, so
Right.
I have to practice then. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna check in to see, is anyone else who's in the Zoom meeting right now, are you here because you need help with anything?
I think I'm here.
Okay. Ala, what did you need help with?
I'm looking for the auto projector. Yes, reading about it. It's not an easy one for me actually, but it's nice to learn about it.
Okay, and are you creating an Proctor of your own?
I'm trying to do this one because there's a problem with the installation.
What's the problem with the installation?
I think it is so, the connection, all of it, there is a problem. It's so slow here.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, yes, that's the problem. I haven't finished yet, although I'm trying for the third time now.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you Ahmed,
Excuse
yes?
me. Actually, I tried 2 times with Kahoot, but it's not still now is not allowed me, even if I make the account. I think the problem with the internet, because still the process is going on, but it's not open the page. I don't know.
So yeah, if you're not connected to the internet, you're not going to be able to use those things. But you know, it's very strange
Yes.
that I couldn't access Kahoot when I went to it before. So I wonder if the site of Kahoot itself is having a problem. No, it's not. I just got in, so that's good.
I think the problem with internet, when you open, still a process is going on, and it's not open the Kahoot web. That's why you are not access to work something else there to make all information. So you become like that.
Yeah, so this would be something, yeah, let me write that down to talk about later. So you can try did you log out of Zoom while you were trying to do that?
No.
Okay, so log out of Zoom because Zoom is taking up a lot of your internet right now. So I'm asking everybody to log out and then
Okay, I'm
come back at
I'm
8.
logging Zoom.
Yeah. So try leaving Zoom, just sign out of Zoom because that will stop using a lot of your internet. And then you've got 10 more minutes. If you can't use Kahoot, you can try making the Google form with the Auto Proctor plugin. Okay.
Okay, I will do my best. Thank you.
That's all we can do. Thank you, Ahmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kathleen,
Yes.
I'm in Kahoot now, and I prepared the first question, but I have no idea how to point the correct answer.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me share my screen with you really quick. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. All right, hold on. So when you're in Kahoot, and I'm coming to my library. Here's my example Kahoot. When I come to my question, actually, oh yeah, edit. So you just click the circle. If I click here, it means, okay, multiple questions. If I unclick, that deselects the answer. Does that make sense?
What about the points?
You know, I
standard. Okay. Can I put 1, 2, 3 or?
Yeah, you can. So let's say that question number 1 in my Kahoot is really important. I can give double points. So if somebody gets this question right, they get 2 times as many points. But I personally almost always use standard, because I don't use this really for formal assessment. I use it more for an informal activity. Does that make sense?
Okay. So if I want to add a question, I should go to the top, go to the left and at the top and add the question.
Yeah. Are you on a computer, Mahmoud? Can you share your screen with me?
Yes, let me finish and then I send it to you.
Okay,
I think
cool.
I'm doing it well.
All right, great. And I'll be here if you have any questions or problems.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, Nichirvan.
Yeah, I'm back. Kathleen, I have a couple of questions using Quill Go. Yes, I prepared a Google form and I edited and I installed the add-ons. But in the Quill Go, I don't have the specifics like to share with specific emails, so I only get the link.
Aha, that's a question for Hadi.
Yes, if Hadi's around, I would love him to answer.
Yeah, I haven't used Quill Go myself, although it's actually a very famous plugin.
Can I share my screen with you, please?
Yeah, it's set
possible?
so that, yeah. I think you should be able to tap the share screen button at the very bottom.
Yes. As you can see here, I already just a minute. Yeah. I prepared my form, my quiz exam, and I installed the add-ons here. Then I went to Quill Go. In the Quill Go, I only get this after I finish everything. So copy the link and I share the link with other people, not as the one Hadi made, like shared with specific persons, specific emails.
Can you scroll down, Naturvan?
Yes. Yeah.
I wonder, oh, wait, go back down again.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Can you go back to the same?
Here?
Yeah. Oh, so you're clicking on public form link. I see now. Sorry, close
Yes.
that one. And then can you open create tests?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think this is where you would get a specific link for a specific person. So
Maybe.
if you type my email there, which is yeah, kmcgover@gmail.com.
It is KMC, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then G, and then over, OVER.
Yeah.
At gmail.com.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you scroll down, I think you
Yeah,
can.
like if we make, yeah, I got it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Would you mind stopping your screen share?
Yes. All right.
Yeah. All right. Is anyone else here because they're having they need some help or assistance? No? Okay. All right, we've got 5 more minutes. Okay, again, so I'm here if you need my help with anything, just let me know that you're here. Oh,
Kathleen, I left a direct message for you.
I just saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I think you set this. Let me share my screen real quick. I think there's a problem with this setting. This is what I see, the Kurdish language, which I'd be very interested to take this test. It looks very informative. But it says the test starts at 9:45. So I think you set it to start an hour from now. So I think for me to be able to take the test, you'll need to go in and change the start time. Najvan, can you hear me?
Yes, I do. Yes, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. No problem.
I left my mic muted. Yeah.
So if you want to change that setting and send it to me again, I'll give it a try.
All right, I'll do in a bit. Just a minute.
Okay.
So I would choose anytime. That means anytime you can open it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is also.
I think so. I haven't used Quill Go, but
Yes.
that seems logical to me.
Can you try now?
Yeah, hold on. Oops, I lost my Zoom window. I was making breakout groups. Yeah, all right. So let me share the screen with you. Sorry, I have so many windows open. Let me look. Okay, there you are. There's my Zoom. Okay. So when I click the link, I get a notification that I have 10 minutes to complete the form, and then I can open the form. Oh, interesting. I don't know, is that correct? Is it Indo-European languages?
Yes, it is.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly select answers from here, although this is...
Okay.
All right, so the Kurdish
All right.
language, I submitted the form, and now you check what you see on your end. And
All
I'm
right.
going to just
Thank
send
you.
everybody a message that they should be coming back to Zoom.
Yes, I got your response. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Did it give you any notifications about me cheating or anything like that?
No, no. Yeah, just a minute. Right.
All right. Everybody should be coming back now. I think it's 3:40 your time, right? Did anyone who's here now, did you have any issues while you were making your Kahoot or while you were making your form? I know several people had some internet connectivity issues. Okay.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Well, personally, I didn't have any issue with creating my Kahoot, but I wonder how can I share with people if I, for example, if I want to share the questions with my students in the future. That part, I think I didn't find it in the instruction that you just sent. So that was my only question. Thank you.
That is a great question. And that's actually what we're going to do in just a second. Let me open. So I was just experimenting with Netravan. He sent me his form with Quill Go, and oh, hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay. So actually, can I ask someone to just look at the WhatsApp group to let me know if anyone's having trouble rejoining the Zoom? Who would be willing to do that for me?
I will
do that.
Okay.
Great.
Hosan, go on.
Hosan, if you could do that, that would be great, because then I won't have to worry about the two things. I don't see any messages right now, so that's great. So after you make your Kahoot, you're going to press done. And it says, yay, the Kahoot is ready to be played. And you have three options. Test this Kahoot. And you can choose classic mode or team mode. In classic mode, each person who joins the Kahoot is an individual. In team mode, it will divide it into teams. I usually use the classic mode. So classic, it will give you a game pin. So I hate that the Kahoots have music. I'm gonna adjust volume. Go away, music. So if you select test the Kahoot or even play the Kahoot, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to have two things. You're going to have to share your screen with your students, and you're going to have to give them the game code. What they have to do is usually on their phone, but I guess it's also possible on a computer. I always use a phone for this. You're going to have them navigate, just like we did the other week, to kahoot.it, and then they're going to type the game pin into their phone, and they'll look at the pin right on the screen. Now, I think when we played our Kahoot before, the issue that I had was I wrote down the game pin from the game that I had created a couple of days before. Every time you open the Kahoot, it assigns a new game pin. So start, yeah, okay. So you have to be careful. You need to share the screen that they're going to use at that particular time. So here again, if you press play the Kahoot, you press classic, it will load the game pin, and your students get this instruction: join at www.kahoot.it, or with the Kahoot app on their phone, and then they enter this to play. So much music. Okay. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it was my question. Thank you. Yeah,
Great.
I could do that now.
Great. Any other questions come up while you were doing that?
Yes, I have the same question, but I didn't follow you. Sorry, Kathy.
Okay. Do you need me to
I
share
was
this?
preparing text. Now I reached now, share it with others.
Perfect. So when you share it with others, Mahmoud, do you want to share your screen? I made it so that everybody can share their screens today. I think he's muted. Maria, you had a question?
Oh, yes, I have. Well, I created mine, but then they say it is saved to drafts and I cannot find the drafts.
That happens to me sometimes. It's a little hard to navigate Kahoot. So let's look. Kahoot.com.
I think it's saved in library.
Yeah. So when you first log in, if at the top of the screen here, you have Kahoot, Home, Discover, Library. When you come to the library, it shows every Kahoot that you've created, and you can either edit it or play it. So if you click edit, it'll give you the opportunity to change your forms. But if you go back and click play and then teach and then classic, it will play the music again. I need to change that setting. I hate music playing on the internet. Anyway, then it will give the link and the code. When you look at yours, Maria, do you see how to find it now?
Yeah, I see now. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Any other questions?
Yes, Kathleen, good afternoon.
Hi, Tana.
Hi. Can I ask you, I think that Kahoot is benefit for a limited number of students, I think 15 or 20. What if we have a large number of students?
So you only have really two options if you have a larger number of students, and that is you can get around the student limitations by opening multiple Kahoots with multiple Google accounts, or you just can't use Kahoot because its official limit is 50 students.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, and that's something like, I don't know how many Google accounts you all have, but I have so many Google accounts. I'm just going to show them to you really quick. So if I come up here and then I come to Google and I log out, this Google account is just for this course that I'm leading with you. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 accounts that are remembered in my Firefox browser. And then if I came down to my Chrome browser, I probably have 4 different accounts. So that's 8 accounts total where you can share things. And that's one way to get around what some people asked last week, was about how do you store things on Google Drive, right? If you have so much information from so many classes, well, at a certain point, Google is going to ask you to pay. one of the nice things about Google is you can create as many Google accounts as you want to. And that's one way to bypass these payment requirements and then also limitations on number of tests you can administer. Any other questions?
Dear Kathleen, Mr. Hadi says, I just got the connection back. Sorry for that. Maybe he's going to reconnect with us.
Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate that. Any other questions? No. All right. In the last 10 minutes, I thought about putting you in groups with people who did something similar, but I think we don't have time to do that in 10 minutes. I will say that it is always the best practice when you're experimenting with something new online to test it before you give it to your students, right? Because there's always something unexpected that happens. So what I would suggest is we have a group of several teachers from across Iraq and Kurdistan who are interested in like building a body of knowledge about online learning. I would strongly suggest that you remain in touch. So for instance, when I plan activities for you, if they're large activities, I always test them out with a friend before I implement them. Same thing if I do something with my students in applied linguistics. If it's a large task and I'm using a new tool, I always ask a friend to complete it for me first. Because that way you can troubleshoot before it happens in your live classroom or even in your asynchronous classroom. So although we don't have time to go into the groups today, please take advantage of each other's expertise and interest. You all have each other's email addresses now. So do please keep in touch and ask each other for help and support. You can test these things together, you know, even after our time together has come to an end. So I am just going to navigate back into the Google account where I have all of our information and confirm. All right. If you come back to the Google Classroom, one of the things we talked about last week was a strategy of entrance and exit slips. So I created a ticket out the door and I'm going to move it up to this week. And this is an activity that I use with my own students to complete formative assessments of them. So I'm just going to move that down. All right. So if you have an entrance ticket in your classroom, you have students write down what they already know about the topic that they're going to be learning about in a given day and any questions that they have about the topic. We did that last Friday. An exit ticket is a way for your students to show you what they learned, what was new for them, and then any questions they continue to have. So as we conclude today, I'm going to ask you to navigate to the ticket out of the door, which again is in the Google Classroom. It's in April 16th and 17th at the very end. And you're going to find your name and you are going to respond to the prompt. So you're going to write one new thing you learned in today's workshop and one question you continue to have about online assessment. Now, if for some reason, like maybe you're having internet connectivity issues, or maybe you're on your phone where it's a little harder to work in a table in Google Docs, you can write them to me in a private chat in the Zoom. And then after you have written those things, you can sign out, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to meet at 2 p.m. as well, so that you can prepare for the Fator, I think it's called in Morocco. I don't know, is it the same word in Iraq?
Iftar, we say.
What do you say?
Yes, it is.
Iftar.
Yes, it's Fatur.
Fatar. Interesting. Great.
It is the same. It is the same.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so write your ticket out the door, and I will see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. See you.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Kathy, if you want to learn another new word in Kurdish, we call it berbank.
Berbang.
Yeah, berbank.
Oh, interesting. Berbang. So that's the same as like a futur. And then how do you say happy Ramadan in Kurdish, or is it the same Ramadan Mubarak?
Dalain, dalain. When we say dalain, dalain, it means we say dalain. Ramazan tam piroz, piroz.
Ramadan Piroz. Wow.
Ramazan piroz.
So when you're talking with your family and your friends in Kurdistan, do you mostly speak in Kurdish, or do you also speak in Arabic?
With my family, with our family, we use Kurdish, but also we have an Arabic friends or family. We when we meet them, we have to switch to Kurdish, or we switch both Kurdish and Arabic, because most of them, they learned how to speak Kurdish also. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for teaching me. So that's Berbang,
Berbank,
and Ramadan Biroz.
Ramazan tam piroz.
Ramadan Tan Piroz.
Even you can say Ramazan tam piroz bet.
Ramadan Tan Piroz. Thank you. That's so beautiful. I appreciate you teaching me about that.
Thank you so much, and have a nice day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Kathleen,
Bye.
could you please write your email address on the chat bar?
Oh, sure.
Type it, yeah. I'll send you my Kahoot.
Awesome. Are you sending it to me now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to stay online and I'll see if I can test it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. But you can't, I don't think you can email me a Kahoot. I think you're going to have to share your screen. Can you share your screen, Mahmoud?
Now I opened it from my laptop, not from my mobile. It's from my phone.
So that's okay. So if you see at the bottom of the Zoom, there's a green button that says share screen. Do you see that button?
Yes.
Can you press it for me and then show me your Kahoot? Oh, is that your son?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so open your Kahoot for me, please.
It's open.
Okay, cool.
I opened it from my laptop.
Okay. Is it taking time to load?
I think yes.
Okay, so I see myself here. I think you're sharing the window for the Zoom. So I'm gonna ask you if you, oh, interesting. Hold on. So do you want to continue? Yeah, continue. Hold on. Okay. Share this Kahoot with. Hold on. Okay, go back into the Kahoot for a moment. So press the X there to close that box. Okay, and now can you move the, yeah, can you move the computer up a little bit so that I can see? Yeah, so if you, oops. If you, so what you
Kathleen,
need, yeah.
Kathleen, the power is off.
What happened?
The power, electricity is off now.
Oh no. Oh no. All right. Well,
I'm sorry.
no, that's
Kath-
okay. Yeah, Ines.
Hi, Kath. Hi, Kathleen. I finished my Kahoot too, but I don't know how to share it with you.
Okay.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can share your screen too. So to share your Kahoot, the easiest, you really need to share your screen with your students. So you have to have the Kahoot on the same device that you're using for the meeting. So Ines, are you on your laptop?
Yes.
Okay, for both Zoom and Kahoot?
Yes. But
okay, so if you go to the bottom, if you press share screen, make sure you have the Kahoot open. And then when you press share screen, it will give you several options of windows. So you're going to find the little window that has the Kahoot, and you're going to click that one and you're going to share it with me.
yes, I will start to share. I press it, but
it's probably just taking a second.
Yes. Now, yes. Okay. Share. I think this one, right?
Great. Yes.
I don't know if it is right or wrong. This is my first time.
Yeah, that's great. So go down to the left and press play.
Yes, here?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to press teach. It's just taking a second to load.
The internet service is very, very bad today.
Yeah.
Something horrible for us.
I think probably Hadi had a really good point when he mentioned that if everybody is home on Friday, that probably means everybody's using the internet. Awesome. So you're going to select classic now.
Classic, yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to give me a code. So what I'm doing on my end, it says loading game pin. When that loads, I have gone to, on my phone, kahoot.it, and I am entering that 1848866. I'm pressing enter. I am giving myself a nickname of Kathleen, and I'm pressing on my phone, okay, go. And then you can press start.
I press start, or you?
You press start. So after you see, you'll see your students' names start to pop up here as they join. And then, oops, hold on. That's okay. 1848866. Enter. Here I am. My nickname is Kathleen. Okay. So don't click my name, but go to the right side of the screen.
Wait a minute, I think. Yes, I find.
Okay. So now when my name, sorry, when, oh, hold on. Comes the music. Okay. So now my name is Kate. You're going to press start.
Yeah, start.
Okay. Dr. Faustus.
Yes.
Nice. Quiz. Okay. So I'm looking at the screen and I'm going to select, I'm going to select my answer. Oh no, and I got it wrong. I've never actually read this book.
They represent the inner conflict and Dr. Faustus.
Thank you. So then you're going to press next on the screen. Yeah, and it'll give us the next question. Oh, sorry, it gives my score. I have a 0. If you had other students here, it would give their scores too. And then you're going to press next.
Next.
Yep. And it will give me the next question. The cause of the tragedy. Oh no, I don't know. I've never read this book. I'm going to select all of them.
Yes, right.
Great. Okay, so you press next. All right, and you're going to press it again. That gave me my points.
Yeah, what is this? What is
The idea of blood. I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose a religious symbol.
Allah.
Oh no. All right, so you're going to press next.
A question, why you didn't answer it? A blood, so the blood represents repentance, salvation, and it's also a religious symbol.
Interesting. Well, I'm learning a lot.
Yes, yes. So,
so you press, yep, press next. And then it's giving us the results. Of course, I was the only person who took the test, so hopefully I won.
1 of 3.
I did win. Ta-da! Nice. So that's how you share it with students. You have to share your screen, and then they have to enter their PIN, and it's easiest for them to do it on their cell phones.
It is the right way that I use, and how I shall screen with you, share the screen or share the Kahoot with you.
Yes, exactly. That looks great. Great job.
Thank you very much. So how can I share it with you? Or that's it?
That's it. It's really, so I think, I have never done this before. I think there's a way. I'm going to stop your screen share for a second. Hold on. Yeah, thanks. I think that there is a way to let students practice the Kahoot on their own, but I have never done that. So I'll have to look into that on my own. Maybe I can let you know that next week. Okay.
By God willing, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much, Kathleen.
Yeah, you're welcome. Mahmoud, how are you doing? Are you back or did you still lose power?
Yes. I was following you and I think Maria or Fana. And I'm doing the same. So I reached classic now.
Are you gonna share your screen with me to try it, Mahmoud?
No, I'm doing the same. Now I'm giving you just the pin. It's 931 0 5.
Oh, wait. So, hold on. Wait. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the pin?
931 0 5 4 3.
Okay. I'm entering my name. Now the problem though is if I can't see your screen, I won't be able to answer unless you read the questions to me. So are you going to read me the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The beginning of Italy Romanticism is sometimes given as 1795, 1796, 1797, and 1798.
Okay. I chose the first one, but I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So you're gonna press next, and then
The two main countries in which romantic movement rose are France and Germany, Italy and France, England and Germany, Italy and Spain.
Oh no, I don't know. I'm gonna choose the second one. Oh no, was it England and France?
Yeah, England and Germany.
Oh shoot, I didn't know that. All right. Okay. And then you're gonna press next.
Yeah. The Romantics celebrated individuality, rebellion, imagination, or emotion.
Can you repeat the questions?
The Romantics celebrated individuality, rebellion, imagination, or emotion.
Oh no, I ran out of time. I couldn't even get to answer that one.
Because I make it only 10 seconds. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you press next, does it give you the results? Did I win because I was the only person?
No, podium, no. It's nothing.
Really? Because here I have my results here. I'm in first place.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. 0 out of 3. 1.
Yep.
Definitely.
I won. All right. Did you have any questions about that?
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, great job. I got to run because I have my other meeting today. But I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. your time.
Thank you very much, Kathleen. See you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.